Like a vampire, I don't need to know you. Come with me, I'll show you. You can find me backstage, I'm a party with a Nicolas Cage. Girl, I want that body, you know you got a body like Nicolas Cage. You ain't gotta be scared, you ain't gotta be afraid, baby. It's just you and me alone tonight with Nicolas Cage.
I am
recording. Good. I like it how we all said it at the same time.
Exactly. Do you know how awesome that's going to be when I have to mix it?
Yeah, it's going to be really easy.
Surprised you guys don't do like a synchronizing clap.
I tried it before, but they can never clap on time.
Yeah, I can.
It's because we're white.
Yeah, try getting some rhythm.
Yeah.
I have lots of rhythm.
Welcome back to Late Night Cage Fight. This is it, folks. This is the season 4 Cage Fight finale, and we have a very special guest with us tonight. I am just so pumped to announce the next Cagelord. But first, who are we? We're Late Night Cage Fight. Check us out at niccagefight.com. This is season 4. It's more like year 4. We've been doing this multiple years now. And we're just so excited to finally find out what the next film is going to be that will be enshrined in the B Cage of Fame. I'm Cage Fighter Reece. I'm here with Cage Fighter Shawn and Cage Fighter Steve. Cage Fighter Steve, why don't you tell us about previous winners of Late Night Cage Fight?
Oh man, this is like a quiz?
It is kind of like a quiz.
Okay. Where's our artwork? No, I'm just kidding. The season 1 winner was
it Valley Girl?
It was totally Valley Girl.
Totally Valley Girl.
Or at least that's who it should have been.
Totally bitchin'
It was actually
film.
Birdie.
I'm pretty sure it was Birdie.
It was Birdie.
Yeah.
See?
All
See,
because we had a Cagelord that had an aviation fetish. Really, really into birds. This dude was super fucked up.
I grew up with JJ the jet plane, and it was all downhill from there.
That's all it took.
Oh, that's right, Shawn. I forgot you were the season 1 Cagelord. My bad.
I
Yeah. Well, this time, guys, I don't know if you're ready for this announcement. One of my good friends.
Do you not want me to go through the other seasons? You want me to just stop at season 1?
Well, because you just keep. What are they? Tell me.
I was going through them because that's what you told me to do.
Well, do it.
Okay, thank you. Season 2, we had the victor of Vampire's Kiss, which was ironically represented by a previous Cagelord. I feel like there was a little dirty business going on right there. Well, that's okay.
Business.
It's okay.
They were also vampire. They were vampire fans. It started with Vampirina, right? That's all it took.
That's all it took.
All right, go to the next one.
Our season 3 winner was Amos and Andrew.
No, shut the hell up.
That wasn't even the same season. That was season 2. What was it? Was it Con Air? Was it The Rock? Who won? Who won?
I think it was Con Air.
I thought it was Face Off.
I'm pretty sure it was Face Off. Who am I?
Was it Face Off? Oh my god, we are lost in the Cageverse right now. I need to go check the physical B Cage. I gotta open it up, dude.
You gotta open up the actual B Cage.
I guess.
Harvest that honey.
Where do we have it listed in our doc?
That's the worst part is that I never updated it at the end of season 3. I thought I had, but apparently I have not.
Okay. All right. I guess we'll go with Face Off. That one was pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, it was either Face Off or Con Air. I can't remember which. I just remember there were Nic Cage and awesomeness.
But the Con Air one is our most watched YouTube video, which I think is kind of cool. All right, guys. Well, it's time for the reveal. I mean, they've been waiting patiently. So it is my friend Eraina. Huge Nicolas Cage fan. Welcome to the podcast. Thanks for being a Cagelord.
Of course. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here and present you all with my vast knowledge of the Nicolas Cage catalog. I mean, we're talking National Treasure.
Yeah.
We're talking
Yeah.
National Treasure 2. National
Awesome.
Treasure 3.
Is there a 3?
I don't know.
Why did you invite her?
The Disney Plus series.
And a
There
few
are
others.
rumors of a National Treasure 3, actually. As opposed to the first one where they took the Declaration of Independence, this one they're taking Venezuela.
Very timely. Very timely. Great.
But I've-
Great.
I've been expanding my Nicolas Cage portfolio since knowing you, Reece, and so now I've added Renfield. I've added The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, and
Wow.
Long Legs.
Excellent.
Excellent.
I think that's a good mix.
Yeah.
So making my
Some
way
modern
through.
Cage. Yeah. Making my way downtown.
Well, if you do ever need some recommendation, we can direct you towards the B Cage of Fame.
That's right.
Yes, I have a feeling that I will walk away from this with a much more robust understanding of the Nic Cage movies available to me.
Honestly, this is no kayfabe, guys. I would love to have a movie party with you and some friends, Eraina, and we watch Vampire's Kiss. It's just a great film for a group of people. One of the films that inspired this podcast. Extremely memeable. I would just really love that.
I would be honored to attend a Reece showing of Vampire's Kiss.
Thank you. I better get on that. Well, tonight, however, it is not about Vampire's Kiss. It is about a whole bunch of other movies that we're going to defend. And at the end of this cage match, we're going to have a season 4 winner, guys. So if you've listened up to now through the podcast, through the season, then you'll be familiar with the movies. I don't really think we need to go through like each one now. You know what I'm saying? We'll just start with the losers round, and we'll talk about the movies that didn't quite make the cut. How's that sound,
Well,
guys?
yeah. I was just going to touch in a little bit more about kind of the rules and the format for this one, because
Okay.
I'd like to say that we have some consistency, but it does always end up being tweaked a little bit based on the
Yeah.
criteria for that season.
Right.
So with this one, we had a lot of agreeable views in certain areas, and then we had a few that had some outtakers, and then there were a few that we just couldn't get behind. So we kind of put them together into just a short, what we call our losers bracket, things that just none of us really wanted to defend going into this, but we wanted to give the Cage Lord an opportunity to understand them and to weigh them equally in the light of our Lord Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. I'm surprised, Shawn, you didn't want to defend Christmas Carol.
I am too.
I had to watch that movie so many times because our recordings just kept screwing up, or we had like scheduling issues, and it haunts me. Just like the three ghosts.
So then we had one movie in particular that we all kind of had a similar agreeable notion on. So we all kind of, or at least we all saw them about the same light. So we decided to kind of turn that one into a group round where we would all just kind of open everything up, maybe defend and dissect as it felt appropriate, and then we'll break up into the solo fights, and we'll kind of each grab a movie and go through them. The best of our abilities. And then we'll leave you up to your final thoughts.
And Cagelord Eraina, I want you to understand that you have full power at any time to ask questions, clarify. I mean, in the past, we even had punishments. I would say maybe use those sparingly. But we've had in the past, like if someone pisses you off, you can say, I want you to repeat, I am a stain on the cage and deserve to be stung by a pack of wild bees 3 times. Emulate a Nicolas Cage laugh, things like that. Anything that's fun, and punishing to you, and you do have the freedom to choose any movie, right? So that's kind of why we're doing this group round. So if you feel like maybe the film that we're talking about in the group round might be better than the films that we're going to have the solo fights for. That's completely
really
fine.
anything that Reece says. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it possible then that the punishment for the biggest loser could be that they have to attend some sort of tryout for, let's say, an open audition for a competitive tennis league, and they have to send us footage of that?
I'll do it.
Okay. All right. I'm just seeing what the options are.
I mean, the feasibility for that might be a little difficult for where I'd have to go to find a competitive tennis league.
Right.
I have faith.
Golf?
Sure. Bowling.
Yeah, I mean, the golf would be pretty easy. There's a few of those around here.
Okay. What about
I would hate that equally.
Wrestling? Perhaps.
You know, that would be
sounds
pretty
like
on
fun.
par.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just trying to really use my imagination to make sure the punishment fits the crime.
Right.
But I'll be thinking about that.
Okay. I'm kind of getting scared now. I kind of really want to win.
Well, let it fuel you.
I mean, at the end of the day, Nicolas Cage wins, and that's what's most important.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true. Thank you, Nicolas. Cage-alicious. We're going to start with the losers round, guys. So again, these are the movies that didn't quite make the cut, but we'll spend a couple minutes on each one. Bringing Out the Dead. We didn't pick that one. Why?
You know, it's interesting actually, because I just recently, my wife is studying for nursing school right now. She's trying to get an RN, and there was a new movie that came out with Rainn Wilson called Code 3, which is all about like a dude working in an ambulance.
Yeah,
and very like on par with how his interactions were. That movie would have been like replace Rainn Wilson with Nicolas Cage and call it Bring Out the Dead, and it would have been fantastic. But the problem with Bring Out the Dead is it was that movie without any action, depth, interest, or intrigue. It was just, I don't know, too real and too... You literally just watched a dude work a shitty job.
Yeah, I think I remember mentioning how it seems like it was very well shot. This is a Martin Scorsese film, by the way. He directed it, written by Paul Schrader, Joe Connolly, based on a book, takes place in early 90s New York City, follows these paramedics. But it looks really nice, but there's not a whole lot of stuff happening. And then there is this kind of like supernatural spin on it that kind of just didn't really lead to anything, if I'm remembering correctly. So
is that supernatural spin that didn't lead to anything sort of similar to the issues that came up in Longlegs, which was that there was sort of a mix of he's crazy, but also this is some sort of demonic activity, but also no one knows where it came from?
Well, Longlegs was more of an overt horror thriller. And so
I would say Bring Out the Dead was more like cracking psychosis.
Okay.
I mean, it was like 72-hour insomnia, like I'm seeing shit. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know if I would say like supernatural, but
right. It was. I don't get supernatural at all. For me, it was pure psychosis.
I expected that from the title, but that
and
was
the trailer.
one thing because and
that's true. The trailer was very much themed that way. That's what threw us off.
That's right.
But the movie itself was just pure psychosis.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I remember going into that one completely blind and kind of being disappointing because it had such a badass name, but then, like Steve said, it's just a movie about a guy working a shitty job.
Should have been bringing out the ayahuasca.
Yeah, like honestly, a movie called The Fry Cook probably would have been more entertaining.
Oh my gosh.
Well, speaking of psychosis, the next film that did make the cut was Captain Corelli's Mandolin. Classic. That war classic. Right? That Italian war classic.
Yeah.
None of us loved
How come How come Nicolas Cage always ends up playing specifically Italian soldiers?
Because he's Italian, dude.
He's Italian.
Does he have a good Italian accent?
No.
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Not at all. Is anyone willing to give me the equivalent demonstration of this?
Of this movie?
No,
Occupy Pussy.
Not the accent.
The accent.
Oh.
I wish I could. I don't even remember.
I don't remember.
I don't know, guys. I'm here to save your town.
Wow. He was like a French Italian.
Do
Yeah,
you
it
want
was
to
like
play my mandolin?
You sound like Chef Cousteau from Ratatouille. Anyone
Yeah.
can cook.
Yeah, wasn't that Nicolas Cage?
Try
No, it
using a
wasn't.
mandolin.
Oh, I mean that's the one plus. You get to see Nic Cage play the mandolin. That's what we came to see in this film. Unfortunately, the rest of it is just a nightmare. It starts out. I mean, it is a wartime movie, but it still kind of starts out rather tame. I mean, the Italians move in. There's not really a whole lot of like violent oppression at the beginning. Well, Nic Cage does basically move in, right, with the doctor.
Well, no, so
forcefully.
like when he first comes into town, like there's like this girl at the bar and he starts hitting on her and she's like, yeah, I'm not having any of that. So he basically goes to her dad's house and occupies her house.
That's right. Yeah,
And
he's like,
just
well, I'm gonna
like-
live here.
Yeah, I mean, it's just straight like inducing Stockholm syndrome. Just every time he sees her, he serenades her, and it's supposed to be
Yeah.
this like romance, and you're supposed to,
Right.
I don't know, connect with
That's
Cage's character because he's a quote unquote good guy, but like the whole time, he's doing a lot of sketchy shit.
Is he really playing the
I
mandolin?
Yeah, he serenades her
Yeah.
at one point with a mandolin. Yeah,
Yeah. Was it Penelope Cruz? Was that the co-star? I think so.
yeah, I'll double check.
Anyway,
real quick.
it just tonally
Yeah, Penelope Cruz.
it kind of becomes like a romance because she gets word, I think, that her husband has died, and her husband was played by friggin' Batman.
Oh,
Which
Christian
one?
Bale, yeah.
Yeah, Christian Bale. Yeah, Michael Keaton. No.
Edward from Twilight.
George Clooney.
Yeah, but then he's actually not dead, comes back, and so it's like this whole love triangle kind of situation, and then we get like the most brutal, epic war scene straight out of Saving Private Ryan that no one asked for,
Okay.
and then there's an earthquake. It's
Yeah.
very jarring.
We really need to make a top 10 Nicolas Cage cinematic war crimes list.
We do.
Oh,
Yeah,
That
we're
would
not
be
there
up
Top
yet.
10 Geneva
We're not
Convention
there yet.
violations list.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just wait. We got him coming.
We do. There's more.
I know a couple of the ones just from next season. And I'm like, yeah.
Well, I think we're convincing enough with Captain Corelli's mandolin why it should not be included. The next one, I'm really not so sure. It's called Christmas Carol, the movie. Why did we?
Yeah.
I mean, for real. I mean, speaking honestly, it's an animated film. It's not great. Shawn
It's a kid's
watched it 8
movie. It's
times.
been well, I'm not, yeah. I mean, I guess
Yeah.
not necessarily,
It's-
but it's
but it's
classic
not
tale.
G-Force.
It's not. Yeah,
It's not
really
G-Force.
Nick Cage.
No
There's
hamsters.
nothing
No.
unique about it.
I mean, you can, it's
Yeah.
really
You got-
hard to compete with a Muppet Christmas Carol.
That's true.
Totally. Yeah. Why didn't he do that?
I don't,
There should be a Nicolas Cage Muppet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about really creepy Jim Carrey one?
oh, yeah.
Oh man, The
Oh.
Grinch versus Nick Cage Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know. I must be when talking, because that's the next movie that we discounted. When Talkers.
Yeah.
Shut up.
What?
So, oh, you're the Cage Lord. I can't say that.
I
Please
am the
don't.
kid. Get ready to go
Don't
try
punish
out
me.
for a tennis league.
When Talkers. I felt like When Talkers wasn't a bad film. but it's
No,
not.
there were some good parts. There was like where they kept using racial minorities as human meat shields. That part was pretty good. But
So to sum it up, Cagelord, Wind Talkers is supposed to be a film about the Navajo Wind Talkers in World War II who assisted the United States in decoding messages from the Japanese and maybe Nazis. I remember Japanese for sure. And it ended up being a movie about Nicolas Cage.
yeah, it was the Last Samurai of
Oh no.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like the wind talking. Go ahead.
Didn't he throw a grenade at one of the code talkers at one point in the film?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
We find out that the code talkers are actually expendable.
Yeah.
So they send the code talkers in to break the code first, and then once they break the code, they just take them out with grenades.
Yeah.
I guess. Very stylish film. I think it was it a John Woo flick? I think it was. I remember behind the scenes, John Woo wanted to make a more serious historical film, but they were basically, the studio was like, no, we just want a World War II face-off. He's like, all right, well, that's what you're gonna get. And the American Indian actors were not happy with how their people were depicted in the film. So problematic all around. Wind talkers.
I mean, generally, maybe don't use that many slurs.
Yeah,
that might be a way to be more respectful. Maybe. Yeah. Audiences
at the time, though, I think liked it, but definitely not a film for our time today.
Well, I don't know. People might like that now.
Yeah, thanks.
On to the next one.
All right. The last one's kind of a shocker. The last one we discounted is actually National Treasure, which I know a lot of people are probably not going to like. So we should spend a little bit of time explaining why National Treasure did not make the cut.
Yeah, that movie is a national treasure.
And we agree. But so
my main point is that one of my personal motivations behind this podcast is the number of people that I have spoken to about Nicolas Cage, and that National Treasure is the only movie that they know of with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that there is so much more to Nicolas Cage than National Treasure.
Sure.
So I cannot be bothered to defend it in any way, shape, or form. Pretty much that is my philosophical basis of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plus,
also,
Uncharted also exists, so you could just play that instead of watching National Treasure.
Yeah, and I mean, for all the reasons we love Nicolas Cage, you don't really see that in his performance in National Treasure. It's a very muted, safe, non-essential Nic Cage performance, which is really sad to have to say that.
It is the Disney edition of Nic Cage.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah. National Treasure could have been Tim Allen instead of Nic Cage, and it would have been the same portrayal.
Walt Disney unfroze himself and said, all right, Nick, these are the things you're not going to do in National Treasure. Okay? You're not going to cage out. You're not going to have slurs. We're not going to do that.
You can't pick your own wardrobe. You have to look like an explorer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're not going to
even Dora.
Sexually assault your co-star.
So this place sucks. I'm out of here.
Just not on screen.
Is that Valley Girl or whichever movie, right?
Yeah, it was Valley Girl that she got, what was it, Deborah? Was really uncomfortable by him.
Yeah, he wrote her letters.
Oh my goodness. Is he sort of the is he
I mean, he would have been like 18 at the time. 17
yeah,
maybe.
I mean, we were all like that.
Right.
Does he have is he a method actor?
I would argue yes, if he really cares about the role.
Okay.
Right.
But to be honest, he does phone it in. I mean, we all know that, right? Especially with the more modern stuff. But that's kind of what we like about him is he will pick very safe roles, but then the ones that he really likes, it's obvious that he loves those roles. And then I think he does take more of a method acting approach for those.
Okay.
An example would be Pig. I mean, Pig is an excellent film, and his performance is like next level. And then you take a movie like Pig, it's great.
Is that the A24 movie?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, and then you put that next to, I don't know, one of these like, I don't know, Dying of the Light, or, you know, straight to DVD or streaming movies. And it's just like, what? How is this the same actor?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you really think that there's an argument for National Treasure to win, of course, we will listen to it. But the consensus is it has been pretty much disqualified.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if it did appear in Kingdom Hearts 4, we might reconsider, but until that point.
Sora!
Next to Goofy, yeah.
You need to steal the Declaration of Independence and kill Sephiroth! Yeah, I remember that one.
That would be good.
All right, we're on to the group round. You ready, guys?
Yeah.
Let's go. We're going to talk about 8mm a bit.
Eraina, so you're all pulling for this movie, right?
I think we all have something to say about it. Honestly, I don't really know. I mean, I have some to defend, but I really don't know who deserves it this round. I don't have any preconceived notions.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
It is.
I like that.
It's a tough season, I think.
Really ups the ante.
Yeah.
Well, Steve, tell me why you think 8mm could win. You were the one that was most disturbed by this film, right? Like it haunted you.
Yeah, it's tough. So all right, so 8mm is like, it kind of sold itself in the beginning as kind of like a detective-ish movie.
Right.
And it was by a lot of accounts, except that the detective was hired to find a snuff film.
Yes.
And
the detective being Nic Cage?
The detective being Nic Cage, yes.
Okay.
And so it was this delve of somebody that's I'll find what I need, and I've seen some pretty screwed up stuff, and I have a lot of these connections, but holy crap, how deep does it really go? And it's like networking into all of those communities of people. And I think the thing that was most eye-opening and what's really intrigued me is that like these worlds exist, and it is just like the movie depicts it, that they exist right under our noses, and you only know if you're looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, there is a bit of a psychological element to this one as well, because he is a private investigator who's hired by this old lady whose husband has passed away, and she's found this safe with this 8mm movie in it, which I know we figured out it's not actually an 8mm movie, right? I think we talked about that.
Yep.
Regardless, it appears to be a snuff film where a young woman is murdered in it, and this old lady just wants to know if it's real. That's all she wants to know.
And are they trying to... How much of this movie revolves around the events of the snuff film? Like, is there a lot of gratuitous content, or is it just more about the mystery of is it real and who found it?
Well,
I mean,
there's a balance.
lot of I was gonna say, like, there's a lot of not explicit, but
implied.
A lot of
but this
implied
movie,
stuff where it takes you right up to the moment and then cuts.
Yeah,
kind of deal.
It does a great job at disturbing you without showing you directly.
Okay.
And part of the film is Nic Cage's character. He starts to lose it a bit as the rabbit hole gets deeper, because he's finding all of these people from movie studios, and you know what I mean. It's kind of like a Epstein Island kind of situation. You know what I mean?
So it's
like
conspiratorial. And
yes.
It goes all the way to the top, and
yes.
And like Cage's character kind of like breaks down throughout of it too, but as opposed to bringing out the dead, like I feel like it was a lot easier to connect with him because there was the growth of it.
Yeah. What did you think, Shawn? I haven't heard from you. I'm curious, because I know we had a whole episode about it, but just to sum it up.
Yeah, I mean, this one really stuck with me just because of, I think, the dark subject matter of it. You know, I thought it was interesting watching Nic's character really like immerse himself in this like really fucked up like culture of underground pornography, and like, you know, he connects with like Joaquin Phoenix's character, who plays this character Max California, who's like this like kind of skeezy guy that works at a porn shop, and like this kind of helps him connect with some of these like other characters in this world. Some of the other like villain characters are Dino Velvet and Eddie Poole, who are both like underground porn directors, and I don't know, it was interesting kind of watch his like descent into madness of like, you know, forcing himself to watch all of this like fucked up stuff, and then being like, I have to do something about this, and I don't care what my life looks like at the end of it, as long as like these people face justice. Yeah,
and I think what stays with you at the end of the film is Nic Cage's character basically gives everything. He sacrifices everything to bring justice to this woman who was murdered. But there's this sense that it doesn't matter in the end.
Sure.
These people will always exist, and they're going to continue down this road of exploiting the innocent. So you're really left with a bad taste in your mouth at the end of the day.
And you get to see Nicolas Cage go up against the Machine.
That's right. The Machine.
Cage against the Machine.
Perfect.
Oh, man.
Who's like this bondage-clad buff dude that appears in a lot of the movies. Yeah, that's right.
Interesting.
I forgot about the Machine. And then spoilers. In the end, the old lady finds out that it was real, right? And then she kills herself. Yeah. So really happy ending there. Yeah.
She found out.
Why?
Because
well, if you think about it, like the person that you married for all these years was engaged in all this like fucked up stuff. Like, you know, how do you live with that? Especially after they're gone and you can't confront them.
And I think there was a bit of knowing it might come out, or that it was going to come out, and having to deal with that publicly as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
Very rich, influential.
Better to die a hero, live to become the villain.
Yeah, and
I'm impressed by... Oh, go ahead.
Well, and she finds out that her husband paid $1 million for that.
Oh.
Pretty messed up.
I was going to say, I'm impressed by how it seems like there's just a lot of dark subject matter, not even just the snuff film, but, you know, at the end she commits suicide, and he's sort of lost a lot. Like you said, there's not necessarily any glimmer of hope at the end. I feel like it's hard to construct a movie successfully around so many dark topics without ruining the movie entirely or making it feel, you know, you want your audience to feel like the movie was worth their time. So it's interesting to me that they're able to incorporate all of those elements and still pull it off.
No, I agree with you. There's not a lot of movies that do that. Like, that's where like Requiem for a Dream becomes such a staple, like, because it's one of the few movies that's pulled that off well. Like, nobody wants to watch it a second time, but everybody that's seen it has said, yeah.
Right.
So that's 8mm. I think it's clear why that one is still worth keeping around. Shall we move on then to the solo fights?
I believe you're up first, so.
Yes.
I'm ready to hear him.
Yes, we shall. I am defending the 2002 film Sonny, which is an interesting
I know
choice,
why you chose it.
because Nicolas Cage. Will you let me finish? Nicolas Cage is not in it. He directed it. It's his one and only directorial film. Yeah, it stars James Franco.
He wasn't in it. He was
Harry
in it
Dean
briefly.
Stanton.
Yeah.
Oh, he was in. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. And it was actually a really funny scene. Yes, I'm sorry. I take it back. He does have a cameo in his own film.
Okay. And who wrote this film?
It was written by a guy named John Carlin, and I'm not familiar with his work.
Okay.
Was it though? Was this one that was kind of based on reality? I don't remember if it was based on a book or something.
It's based on James Franco's real life.
Yeah, it was James Franco. Yeah, when he came back from the Navy, and he's like, "Should I be an actor or should I go back to being a gigolo?" And so he did that bit for a while. Yeah.
Are those his only two options?
That's it.
Okay.
But in the movie, that's what happens. James Franco's character has come home from the Navy in the 1980s to New Orleans, Louisiana, and he's staying with his mom. And was that it?
Yeah.
He's about
film
to start
porn, and then he would be
this was
the best of both worlds.
Yeah. 1981. Yeah, and he's just waiting for his next Navy job, basically. He's got all this time, so his mom is the one that pushes him to go back to being a prostitute.
Oh.
And he had actually tried to disconnect from that for a long. It's really interesting. I'd say the reason that I really like to defend this movie isn't because Nicolas Cage directed it. It's because I am not the world's biggest James Franco fan, and I was really surprised. I was really impressed by his performance in this movie.
That means a lot to me as someone who is also not a big fan of James Franco.
Yeah, because you kind of start watching this film thinking that this character, he's a male prostitute. He's going to be very like arrogant and full of himself and confident, which he is. But as the movie unfolds, you find out that this is actually a movie about sexual trauma. Like it's not something that he has wanted to do, but has been forced on him.
So to add a little bit to his mom was the like mama-san for like the brothel, but also his mother.
Yes.
So she trained him like she trained any other, worker.
Yeah.
And what's their relationship like overall?
I mean,
not great.
About what you would expect being raised in that scenario.
Sure.
Like there's a certain amount of obedience, but also a large amount of rebelliousness. But like this lost, I don't know how to cope with the difference between the two. Like I think they did a really good job of building that character. I do have to give that.
Yeah. Thanks, Steve.
And I do
just
think
let Steve,
Nick really, I know. Here I am defending your shit. But again, like some of these are really good movies. But really underratedly good.
Right. A lot of folks didn't really like this movie. Scored pretty low. Rotten Tomatoes, based on 28 reviews, 21% rating. Tommy Wiseau's a fan of the movie, so that gives it some credit, right?
Interesting.
He credits Franco's performance in this movie in, I think, influencing his decision to have him play him in The Disaster Artist. Yeah.
Or in The Disaster Artist? Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. What do you think drew Nicolas Cage to directing this movie? Or if that's not an answerable question, then what thumbprint or fingerprint did he leave on the movie that feels very Nicolas Cage.
Well, a big part of it is the New Orleans location. Nic Cage famously loves New Orleans, has a home there. I mean, his tomb is there. That's where he wants to be buried.
Rest in peace. This is news.
Yeah. You used to be able to visit the tomb, but I guess you can't anymore. I learned this from my friend Cage Fighter Shawn.
Oh.
I tried.
He tried.
You might be able to now.
Yeah.
But
so
during COVID, they
always
had it locked
COVID.
down.
Oh, okay.
But New Orleans plays such an important part of this film, like thematically. Just lots of New Orleans culture and beautiful shots, and of course the characters speak with that accent. I think that drew Nic Cage to this project for sure.
Interesting.
And I think he wanted to challenge himself with a script that was a bit out there. And that's definitely this film. I mean,
I'm sorry, I have to help you again.
What did I fuck up?
The fingerprint, man. Like, dude.
Are there lizards?
No. I mean, as far as Nic Cage directing this, the reason you like James Franco is that he was Nicolas Cage. Like, he listened to Nick's direction and even had his signature cage outs. And
that's true. Like, I don't think we talked about that though, but that's a good point. Yeah. So he embodied a Nic Cage performance. Essentially. Yeah. He embodied Nic Cage.
Yeah. Nick Cage starred in this movie through the medium of Franco.
God, I love it.
That's a really. You're right. It does seem very based on solely the cover art for this movie. He even looks very Nicolas Cage-esque.
Yes.
Circa 90s.
Yeah. And you do get a lot of great bedroom scenes with James Franco and old ladies.
Oh.
So
the old lady from
8mm?
8mm.
Yeah.
He actually he stars in the snuff film that he's the
machine. Oh my god.
Yeah.
An old lady faked her death.
This is the NCU, the Nic Cage universe.
Yeah. It's funny because isn't there like an Indian film called 8mm or something that is like a really bad ripoff?
No, it's called Wind Talkers.
Sorry.
Please.
Okay.
It was no. It was 8mm 2, right?
8mm 2. That's right. There's an 8mm 2.
Yeah, and it's not at all has anything to do with it.
That's right. Yeah, it's basically the same title, same font and everything, and then a 2, and literally nothing else in it's like Titanic 2. Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. So James
Titanic
Franco
2,
plays
the 9/11 story.
Oh, yeah. Starring James Franco, directed by Nicolas Cage, star of World Trade Center. See, it just goes around and around. I have nothing else to add to this one, by the way. I think I've spent enough time. And I will accept that this may not be the best pick because Nicolas Cage is not the star. But I feel like all of us really were surprised and impressed by this film for various reasons. And that was enough reason for us to include it in the lineup.
This was also one of my favorites out of this season.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of the same feeling for me.
Shawn, how did you feel about it?
I really liked it. No, I thought the plot really got its hooks in me. I thought the performances were really good, and yeah, I mean it was pretty tragic, but I thought it was a really well done film.
Okay, well regarded from the whole Cage Fight crew.
Yeah, what nice guys. You guys, thank you. Because if I win,
I can tear it down on the fact that there's just so little Cage. I mean, I do.
No.
As much as I love the movie,
James Franco is. How many times do I have to say this? James Franco is Cage. Cage is seen through James Franco's performance. I've tried to make this point several times. All right, let's move on to the next one. Shawn,
Yep.
you're up with Snake Eyes.
Yeah, so Snake Eyes is one that always has kind of resonated with me since I was a kid, actually. So, very famously, my father, who is not a fan of Nicolas Cage, actually really loves this movie. And this is something that, since I was young, we always had kicking around on VHS. So, I had seen this one quite a few many times.
That's right.
So the basic setup of Snake Eyes is Nicolas Cage plays Rick Santoro, who's a slick, loudmouthed, corrupt Atlantic City detective. And this is the type of role that I think that Nick really excels in. He kind of gets typecast sometimes as just these corrupt, slimy law enforcement officers. But the basic setup is this movie takes place all on one night, and it's at a heavyweight boxing match in Atlantic City. And as you can imagine, with it being in Atlantic City, there's a lot of, gambling and corruption and whatnot, and people betting on the fight. And he's there with protecting some government officials. And the inciting incident there is that the U.S. Secretary of Defense is assassinated at the boxing match. So it's kind of this mystery of like he needs to figure out who assassinated this government official, and it kind of dives into this conspiracy of there's this like supposed terrorist guy who everyone thinks is the one that did it, and then it ends up spoilers, but there's a twist, and it's actually his friend who is another character in the movie, Kevin Dunn, which I'm trying to remember, played by Gary Sinise.
Yeah, Gary Sinise.
I'm trying to remember what his title is.
What was he?
He was another like military guy.
Right.
Whose legs had been blown off.
Fatality.
Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Lieutenant Dan killed the secretary.
Yeah. But it turns out that his friend was actually the one that set up for this assassination to try to take power. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting film. It has a pretty compelling plot. Really, like direction wise, Brian De Palma, who directed it, did a really good job with just the camera work. It starts with a 12-minute continuous shot.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, which is pretty
That's right.
technically impressive just from a filmmaking standpoint. And it really has like a very striking visual style. So that's another thing that really stands out about it.
Yeah.
And Cage really does a really great job in this role. He has plenty of great cage outs, and he's just a really fun character to watch through this journey. So yeah, overall, I mean, I'd say it's a pretty memorable film with him. I mean, it may not reach some of the highs of some of his most notorious works, but he's very good for the role, and overall, it's a very good film.
What would you say, how does this mystery unravel? Are you primarily following Nic Cage's character as he discovers things that lead to the resolution of this mystery, or are you simultaneously watching these other characters carry out their role? Do we know things that he doesn't, or are we figuring it out alongside him?
So you're primarily following Nicolas Cage's character talking to different characters that are that are introduced at the beginning of the film. So, talking to the boxers and other people that were involved in the event, and security team and stuff like that. So you're
so very
kind of
classic murder mystery.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're kind of drip fed information as you go, and then it's unveiled, and then he figures out that it's actually his friend that was behind it the whole time.
And there is kind of a cool shootout or an action sequence at the end, right? Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Yeah. He does. And pretty cool location overall. Pretty interesting, like building architecture for the sets, and overall it's a film that looks really visually striking and has some good action, good mystery. So if you're into that type of film, can't go wrong with Snake Eyes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was my first time seeing it. I remember seeing the poster everywhere when I was a kid, and I was like, I want to see Snake Eyes, because I loved Face Off. Mm-hmm. But like Face Off, this movie has a strong sense of style, but everything else is much different. Definitely a smarter film than Face Off.
Okay.
I also would argue that Face Off does drag a bit towards the end. I feel like it's a little on the long side, whereas this one's a bit tighter.
Right, but Snake Eyes doesn't have that epic church shootout. I mean, that's what we're all after in life. The slow motion church shootout.
Or the boat race.
The boat race. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, and what is the tone of this movie? I'm assuming is sort of mystery, not thriller, but action maybe, or...
Yeah, it's like detective action thriller, and just think of Cage's character like, turned up to 11. He's
got it.
Full Cage out, like acting crazy, acting arrogant, like,
Yeah.
the type of guy that you'd see at an Atlantic City boxing match.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm trying.
Pretty outrageous outfit. He's, has a cool like jacket. I mean, if you look at the cover,
that's
you can
right.
see
Yeah.
like,
and he's also
got,
sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, he's got a brown jacket with like the really loud undershirt and a bunch of jewelry and stuff.
Right.
So kind of playing up that crooked cop angle.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's an anti-hero a bit.
Yeah.
He's got his own corruption that ends up coming out at the end of the film, and so again, he doesn't really come out on top. His character, he ends up losing his family, his job, and all of that in the end.
And his friend is the Navy commander.
Oh, so yeah, Navy commander.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, so it's a conspiracy within the Department of Defense.
Oh, I remember the credits. Do you remember? It's that shot of the concrete pillar of the arena, and that lady's ring. That lady's ring is in it. So you find out that her body was put in the concrete.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. I liked that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So multiple people are victims.
Yeah. Yeah, they're looking for... Well, I honestly don't remember what happened to Serena. But yeah, there's like this like, B plot or whatever where the bad guys are being bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh yeah, now it's coming back to me. Yeah, and there was that scene where Cage was it was like a chase scene of some kind. And it just looked really cool. I think long, dark hallways kind of thing. Yeah, very noir.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, we'll see.
Steve, what did you think of?
Honestly, I hadn't really remembered much of it until you guys were talking about it just now.
That's okay. That's what I'm going to say about Matchstick Men.
I mean, I guess this might be a nice segue because as you're talking about it, I'm like, that just sounds like a not as good Matchstick Man.
Beautiful.
Okay. All right. Let me hear about Matchstick Men, unless there are more notes on Snake Eyes.
I think that was pretty much all I had on Snake Eyes.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so I mean, Matchstick Men was a lot of the same journey. You know, his historically sleazy kind of character, but finding truth and justice. So in Matchstick Men, Cage's character was a con man, but he's getting out of the game because he just met his daughter they never knew he had. She's 14. She just showed up on his doorstep looking for him. So he's trying to get out of the game, but his partner convinces him for just one last job to get out of the game and, you know, go legit.
Straighten out.
Yeah, straighten out. So that's his whole goal. He's trying to shape up and learn how to be a good dad. And struggles a lot because he has like a nervous twitch tendency, something like that. Where was it like Tourette's kind of symptoms?
Man.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember exactly how they depicted it, but he had just like a lot of like nervous twitches if he wasn't on his meds.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's actually unrelated to the movie, and Nic Cage was just struggling.
Yeah. It was like anytime he was in stressful situations. And
I'll work it in. Don't worry.
Yeah. So you kind of get to the end of the movie and you find out that all along it was just cons at a con. And when they finally finished the job, the daughter was never actually his daughter. She was working with his partner to con him over, and he was the job the whole time. They weren't actually robbing anybody else. They robbed him of all of his getting out of the game savings.
No.
Yeah.
I'm devastated.
Yeah. And then the final moments were really wholesome because they kind of went forward. I don't know, what was it, like 1 or 2 or 3 years, something like that. There was a time skip. And Cage had gone legit. He was a used car salesman, and the daughter that conned him out came in to buy a car with her. I guess we never really understood whether it was actually her boyfriend that she was getting married to, or if he was just a job. But I think you were kind of free to take it either way because they played the con job so well.
Yeah.
But he didn't call her out on it, and still kind of like treated her like a pseudo daughter.
Yeah, respect.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Deadfall if Deadfall had been good.
Yeah. Deadfall was good, but for different reasons.
Sorry, I didn't mean that.
I was gonna say it sounds sort of similar to Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Probably.
I don't know if you guys have seen that movie.
None of those have Nicolas Cage.
That's true.
A significant role.
That's true.
You mean in the Dirty Rotten Scoundrels universe?
Yeah. In the
That's true.
DRS universe. Okay, so Matchstick Men, and so are you sort of a similar question to Shawn's film? I'm assuming the big twist at the end is you find out he's being conned. You don't know that the entire time.
Yeah, you definitely don't know it the entire time. Like, I guess in retrospect, there might be a few questionable hints here and there that, like, if you're super sleuthy, you might have figured it out, and like maybe moments in time that you can just guess it's going to go to that way. But overall, as a general viewer, it was a shocking twist at the end.
Okay. Matchstick.
Because it's all led up, like, and he's even bringing her in a little bit here and there, where like she might pickpocket somebody or like try to do con kind of things to like be cool like dad. And he's like, no, don't do that. You're a good kid. We're going straight. We're not doing any of this shit. And like trying to keep her out of the game.
Sort of Leon the professional, sort of. I can do it too.
Yeah.
Shawn, do you like Matchstick Men?
I did actually. This was probably one of my favorite movies of the season too. Yeah, I thought the plot was pretty compelling. I thought Cage had a really good performance, and his protege I thought was she was well casted and well acted.
Well, and she's and the actress that played her was really good too. It was Alison Lohman. No relation to Lindsay Lohan. She was in movies, like White Oleander, Big Fish.
Okay.
Drag Me to Hell.
I love Drag Me to Hell.
I still haven't seen it, which I know is terrible.
I never forced you to watch that.
That would be a great Cage-alicious.
Yeah, I'm down. If you're listening to this and you want us to watch Drag Me to Hell and talk about it, maybe we will. No, let us know. NicCageFight.com.
Okay. NicCageFight.com customer feedback form.
Yeah. Do you want to know what I think of Matchstick Men?
Not really. We can move on.
Okay.
What did you think of Matchstick Men?
I thought it was good. I had a similar... Oh, shit.
Okay. Yeah, we can move on.
Sorry, there was a frog in my throat.
Ew.
A gay frog?
Yeah.
That's so like you.
Kanye? No, that's a fish.
I don't like you.
Kind of a similar thing Steve said about Snake Eyes. I just don't remember a lot. I think what I really want to say is it's just not my kind of movie, but it was a good movie. I mean, it's pickpockets and pranking people. Like, let's just prank people and steal their shit. It gets boring. I'm not gonna say I'm really smart, but I kind of had a feeling like this dude's getting played. But it's because I've seen Deadfall. If you've seen Deadfall, then you've kind of seen Matchstick Men on a different level. I'll just say that. But yeah, it was good. It was good. I forget who the actor was, but the co-star guy, right, who ends up conning Nic Cage's character. I liked him.
Also Gary Sinise. He still has no legs.
No, it was another dude. How dare you? I'll look it up right now.
Dane Cook.
Stick. Dane Cook. Oh.
That's it.
Dane Cook.
Oh yeah, this was a Ridley Scott film. That's right. Sam
Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I had that up. I just didn't feel like telling you.
Thanks. Yeah, it's good. It's just not really my kind of Nic Cage film, comparatively. But I liked it.
What would have made it your kind of Nic Cage film?
If it was a little weirder. I like the psychological stuff with Nic Cage.
It was closer to a Con Air than anything, where it was more of a straight roll, but like quirky and awkward.
I liked
straight.
quirky. I liked how he had panic attacks.
Yeah.
That was kind of a cool thing, and I guarantee you that was Nic Cage's idea. He was like, "I'll do this role, but I need to have some kind of mental."
It was really just the director trying to deal with his cocaine addiction.
Could have been that too. Could have been that. I'm not going to say it was because that's not very nice, Steve. But could have been. What's wrong with you?
Hey,
but yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about it. Sorry, but it is a Ridley Scott film. So if you're a Ridley Scott fan, you can watch Alien and then Matchstick Men. They kind of go together.
Yeah, the long-awaited threequel.
Yeah. Chest burster.
Sure.
They steal some chest bursters.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm surprised it's not your kind of movie.
I know. You would think. Yeah. Oh well. Maybe next time. Any other questions?
So these are your top 3 picks.
Those are the first 3. We're going to take a quick break, and then we have 3 more, and then that will be it for the movies.
All right.
You have time? Can we do that?
Oh, I have plenty of time.
Oh my God. Good. All right. Shawn, isn't it like the 1-year anniversary of your Crane game channel?
It is.
Tell me more.
It has been about a year since I resurrected my arcade YouTube channel, Let's Play Arcade. We play claw machines and UFO catchers and prize-based arcade games and accumulate a lot of stuff doing it. And
I'm sure.
We did recently have Reece on an episode. Check that out. Claw machine prizes that Nicolas Cage would love.
That's right.
Yeah. So, we've been doing it for about a year. We're about maybe 123 subscribers away from becoming a YouTube partner. So,
very cool.
Definitely check us out. Could definitely use the support.
And the channel name one more time?
It is Let's Play Arcade.
Let's Play Arcade.
You can find us on YouTube at Let's Play Arcade.
Yeah.
Let's Play
Be sure to
Arcade.
subscribe.
Are you affiliated with that new anime show, Let's Play?
I probably should be.
I'm just kidding. They were an old webtoons, but that's what they were called, and they apparently blew up, and now they regret having them called Let's Play because they get associated with gaming channels all the time.
Oh.
You know, I originally chose the name because I thought it was going to be good for SEO. With Let's Play channels being so popular, and it ended up being the opposite. But you know, the name kind of stuck.
Yeah, and it works.
I originally started it maybe like 10 years ago when a buddy of mine and me, we would play through like beat 'em ups on his arcade cabinet. Horrible audio quality.
I remember that.
But
I remember that.
Yeah.
But another nice thing about Shawn's channel, I think it's great that you guys will do a lot of stuff for charity. You know, you'll win prizes and donate them to charity organizations, which is a really cool thing. When I saw that, I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah, we did a couple videos donating some prizes to Toys for Tots, and also did some Angel Tree videos. So yeah, check us out. Been a lot of fun doing that.
Very cool. All right. Well, we're back, guys, to the solo fights part of the Season 4 Battle Royale. And now it's my turn. Part dos. And we're talking about Adaptation. So that was my pick. This is honestly probably my favorite movie of the season out of all of them, and the one that I'm most passionate about, the one that I really want to defend. And it's the only one I believe that I have on DVD, which is important for some reason.
Just regular DVD or Blu-ray?
It's just regular DVD, okay?
It's pretty clear.
So you don't really like it that much?
Well,
Your words
that's
don't
not
match your
what I'm
actions.
saying.
No Ultra 4K.
You prefer to watch it in 480p?
But the back really has everything I need to say. So I can just read what's on the case, and I don't even have to make a case. All right? It's got Nicolas Cage playing multiple characters. All right? Because it's about a writer who has all these characters in his head, but he actually plays them in the film, which is awesome to see. It also stars Meryl Streep and Chris Cooper. What more can we say? Nic Cage won the Academy Award for this film. Wait a minute. It says Best Supporting Actor Chris Cooper. What? No, he won something. Now, what? Did they really leave off? I swear.
Well, they may not have been able to see him since it's just like a 480p and you didn't buy the Blu-ray.
whatever.
Maybe
I'm
they don't know
sorry,
that he
you're
was
right.
in the movie.
That's true. I mean, his face is on the cover.
Maybe it's just not that great of a movie.
Oh my god.
Well, his face could be on the cover, but if you're watching it through a butthole.
Directed by Spike Jonze, whoever that is. Screenplay.
Spike Lee.
Nobody.
Screenplay by Charlie Kaufman and Donald Kaufman.
Oh, wow.
It was Bob Strauss from LA Daily News said this must-see film is the most clever, best acted movie of the year, with Nicolas Cage, Meryl Streep, and Chris Cooper working at the top of their games. For the writers I just mentioned, the creators of being John Malkovich, it got 4 stars from via many different news outlets, including Rolling Stone, Detroit News, Minneapolis Star, US Weekly. 2 very enthusiastic thumbs up. Ebert and Roper. End of story. Those guys loved it. It's what, Steve?
Oh, I have an underhanded compliment for this movie.
Oh, good. It's a comedy.
This movie has a lot of accolades.
It does, yeah. Like honestly
But
speaking,
those accolades are earned by the writer. Kaufman.
Okay.
Because
I was going to say,
that's what this movie is.
Yeah.
It is a meta movie. It is
a meta movie.
The main character is Kaufman, and the movie is all about him failing to deliver on a script, turning in what's going on in his life as the script, and this is the movie. And the movie is what he did. And fantastic for what it is. But all accolades are truly earned by Kaufman. As much as I love Nick, and as much as I love him in this role, and he did a good job in it.
Okay.
I think all accolades go to the writer.
That's fair.
Like I said, underhanded compliment.
Yeah, you're right. But I really did like Cage's performance. He plays like a fictional version of his brother. And it's just crazy because the story,
Donnie is as the writer, and that even him being listened to the writer, Donnie is a fictional person.
Yes,
that was made up.
And Cage just does it so well, interacting with himself. And I'd never seen that before in a Nic Cage movie, I don't think. And that was really cool to see. Tilda Swinton is in this, Brian Cox, Maggie Gyllenhaal, a lot of big names are in it. But I do agree that I think the most...
Gyllenhaal?
What? You asshole, what?
Nothing.
But yeah, the story is Charlie Kaufman in real life was trying to adapt Susan Orlean's 1998 nonfiction book, The Orchid Thief, to a screenplay. But he had writer's block. Wasn't able to do it successfully and ended up turning in the script for this movie.
Okay.
So, as you can imagine, this movie gets extremely meta and weird.
I will say, and maybe this credits Steve's point a little too much, but I'm a big Charlie Kaufman fan.
Okay.
By nature of Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Oh yeah.
Which was part of the issue with this movie, because that's why he had writer's block for this movie.
It sounds also he really has mastered the attempt at sort of a dual reality film.
Yes.
Sounds like based off both this and that one. So I can easily see how it quickly dissolves into something that's borderline sci-fi, like trying to figure out what's real and what's not.
Yes, exactly. And the ending of this movie is something you would never predict. I mean, it goes so far out into left field that tonally, thematically, everything is different than the rest of the film. Like, complete 180. We go from seeing a struggling writer attending writing workshops, trying to hone his craft, talking to his fictional brother, to literally having guns pointed at him in a swamp. And and people getting shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a crazy movie. I don't really know what else to say about it, except I really liked Nic Cage's performance. I liked I liked that it was a character that, even though there was a psychological aspect to it, it still felt like a Nic Cage character that we haven't seen prior to Adaptation. Completely fresh.
Okay. And this revolving door of kind of A-list cast members,
Yeah.
are they what's their role in the movie?
They're like,
who are these other players?
They're other writers. They are execs in the publishing world. They are people that he is trying to impress. But the comedy comes from the fact that he can't write shit. But he's still like, they're talking with him like he's, we're going to have this book soon. We can't wait to see the manuscript it's a screenplay, right? We can't wait to see it, and this movie is going to be awesome. So they're movie execs, I think.
I see. So
And,
they're piling on the pressure.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in order for him to cope, he has created this like fictional version of himself, which is supposed to be his brother, who is just amazing at writing, right? He's like good at everything. If I'm remembering correctly, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kept wondering if his brother in the movie was like even real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not really obvious.
Yeah.
But I feel like the ending then kind of makes it more clear that he was not. It's more metaphorical, because remember, doesn't the brother get shot and die?
I believe so.
There's like a car accident, and then the one dude gets killed by an alligator. Yeah, it's a wacky Nic Cage film that needs to be seen by the world. Go watch it.
I'm still confused why Sony bought the film rights to The Orchid Thief.
Yeah.
This continues my my theory that Sony should not be a movie studio because they just make the worst decisions.
Right. And I think we discussed too how this really makes Susan Orlean look bad. Like, how did she agree to this?
Yeah.
Interesting. So they are working with pieces of reality then.
Yes, it was a real book. But in the movie, they make fun of the book. It's basically just like this shitty book about, orchids that is just really boring. He's like, how the hell do I make a movie out of this shit?
Yeah, wasn't it like there's this rare orchid on public land, and he gets like Native Americans to steal the orchid because I guess there's like some clause in the law that like Native Americans have access to the the agriculture on public land or something.
That's right.
And that's the whole plot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Based on a true story, I guess.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
All right. That's Adaptation. Next, we have Shawn with, oh my goodness, the legendary Gone in 60 Seconds.
You have 60 seconds.
Yeah, try to keep it to 60 seconds.
Yeah. Keep it brief. Yeah, so Gone in 60 Seconds is a bit more of a conventional action movie of the era. So the basic setup of Gone in 60 Seconds, which I think is completely ridiculous and is why I wanted to defend this movie. So Nicolas Cage is a former retired legendary car thief named Randall Memphis Raines, and with the near mythical ability to steal any car in under a minute. Memphis, who is since retired, is forced to return to the game when his younger brother Kip, who is a wannabe thief, messes up a huge job for a ruthless British gangster named Raymond Calitri.
That's right.
And basically, this leads us into the setup where to save Kip's life, Memphis needs to successfully steal 50 very specific high-end luxury cars within a ridiculously short period of time. So isn't it like...
It's like 3 days, I think.
3 days.
Yeah, I think it's like 3 days.
Before the moon falls.
Yeah, and he also has a pretty excellent supporting cast. So he has his former mentor Robert, who played by Robert Duvall, and then also Angelina Jolie plays his partner,
the hot girl.
The girl in the movie, which nice to see Angelina Jolie again. I feel like she's not in as much stuff these days.
Yeah.
And one of the cars that he has to steal is his dream car, the Shelby GT500, which he's nicknamed Eleanor. So basically, the whole movie is him orchestrating. What was that?
Eleanor's he's white whale, right?
Yeah, his white whale.
Was she?
Yep.
Angelina Jolie's pretty huge.
Yeah.
Wow. Rude.
What?
I mean, she's like the biggest actress on the planet.
Rude.
After this, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You just killed Shawn's flow, dude. I was like experiencing the movie again in my head.
Sorry.
You were in the
I was just
driver's
trying to ask
seat
a
of the
question.
cars.
Yeah. Okay. So sorry, Shawn.
So the Mustang.
Yeah, the Shelby GT500 is white whale. So the climax goes through a frantic chase where Nicolas Cage, driving Eleanor, has to evade the police and the gangsters to deliver the final car, completing this nearly impossible task of getting all of these 50 very specific cars, and ultimately leading to the arrest of Raymond and his brother getting his freedom. So this movie, it's pretty simple. I mean, it's pretty action packed. If you like high thrill action and car chases, this is can't go wrong with this movie. It's very stylish, and Nicolas Cage is pretty on point in this movie. Plenty of his maybe not as many cage outs, but he's definitely really good for this role.
Even if you haven't seen the movie, you've probably seen the lowrider bit.
Yeah.
Interesting. And so I'm assuming this movie then is primarily action. Sounds kind of intense, sort of fast paced.
Yeah, it's like Fast and Furious, but Nic Cage.
Yeah.
Okay. And would you say that there's, if he's sort of this gearhead, obviously, is it a true homage to cool cars, or does it seem a little bit, like they're BSing their way through?
I think it definitely was created with gearheads in mind, just because they talk about so many really specific cars. It may have been an excuse for them just to drive all of these really fancy, expensive cars.
So very much an ode to the vehicles of their choice.
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I would
I
argue
don't know
that
if I would call it gearheads so much, because it was very romanticized. Like, they didn't seem like they were very technical, but more like, these models the beauty of the cars more than like
Yeah.
the technicality of the functions, I guess.
Okay.
And
When
Angelina
I think of
Jolie.
gearheads, I think of like people that are like taking apart and like meticulously building the cars, but they were the ones that wanted to own and drive the cars.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, like
okay.
more the performance of
Yeah.
the specific cars.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I thought it was kind of interesting how they had to go about locating these cars, because they essentially had to go through registries, because
Oh, that's right.
very specific like models of each car. So these would be cars that like maybe only a handful of people in the the country would have.
Okay.
Yes.
So is it takes place all around or in one major city? I don't recall.
Oh man.
As I recall,
there were 50 on the list, and like I remember them being like there were a number of them that weren't going to be too ungodly challenging. So like a lot of it happened off screen, and like maybe it was 100 cars. But either way, the
50.
focus was around the challenging ones,
Okay.
culminating in the white whale.
Yeah, there was like a montage where they, got a bunch of the easier ones.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm tracking.
Good.
Yeah. How did you guys feel about Gone in 60 Seconds?
I remember thinking that I liked it. I thought it was cool. Kind of feels dated. I mean, what can you expect
Of the era.
Yeah. Especially the whole tracking the cars down and them really playing that up.
There
Whereas
was some
today,
part of it that was kind of like we've got Fast and Furious at home.
cracking the key codes, right? And they do something like that with the keys. But I mean, it was fine. The bread and butter of these kind of films obviously are the action scenes, all extremely well done, I recall. And then of course the cars, which I'm not that big of a car guy. But the movie did a good job at making me like interested in the different models.
Yeah, pretty much a love letter to car culture.
Yeah, and it was produced by Jerry Bruckheimer. If you're familiar with his stuff, it tends to be, like big budget, action oriented stuff. Definitely falls in line with the rest of his movies.
I think overall there was nothing surprising about it. I mean, it was just very much what you would expect out of these movies. Everything goes in order, everything falls into place. It's a very
Classic recipe.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
There's little bits of flavor here and there with the unique personalities of the cast, but yeah.
Interesting. The director Dominic Sena, the following year did Swordfish. I remember that. I think Halle Berry was in that. And it looks like he also directed Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation. Whoa.
Oh.
Is that the one with the nip slip?
No. Congrats. Yeah, that'd be something to be known for. Yeah, and I remember like the characters all had cool names. Like you said, what was Cage's Memphis Reigns, Randall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Memphis.
Angelina Jolie was Sway.
Kip. His brother was Kip. Sway.
The Sphinx.
The Sphinx.
Yeah, Benny Jones.
Mirror Man.
Yeah. It's a cool film. I liked it.
The Sphinx.
Yeah, it was fun, but yeah, it's more of a like afternoon flick while you're,
Sunday matinee.
Popcorn movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. But you know what wasn't a popcorn movie? The Family Man, right, Steve?
That's right. Well,
Let's hear about that.
it's less of a popcorn movie and more of a hot cocoa movie.
Oh.
Ah.
Family Man actually has a good place in my heart. It's one of the Nic Cage movies that I have owned the longest and probably rewatched the most. It's on my yearly Christmas tour. I'm a little unfortunate that we pushed back the recording a little bit and missed the Christmas opportunity. So I'm losing some of my wrists here, but
we'll get it back.
it's a great movie. It's so Nicolas Cage plays like a Scrooge-ish kind of businessman, but he's in a convenience store late night, and like, I don't know, place gets robbed, or is getting robbed, but he kind of like stands up and just like makes a deal and buys the gun off buys the robber off. And, the robber kind of questions him why you do that and yada yada. And it's like, I don't care, man. I got nothing to live for. Fuck it. And he plays this alternate reality thing. So he like wakes up the next day and he's living the life that he could have had if he had made a different decision, but he doesn't, I guess, know what it was. And so the goal is to try to figure it out. So he went from being this ruthless businessman to like, I don't know, living with his old sweetheart that got away, and has a family, lives out in fucking Jersey or some shithole. No, and like he was a New York businessman. So like living in Jersey is like, oh God, what have I done?
Right.
And so he's kind of coming to terms with that. So at first he's trying to figure out how to get back to his life, get back to all of his fancy shit. That's right. That's what it was. He told the robber dude that he had everything and that there was nothing missing from his life. So
that's right.
He made him kind of live through this of what is missing in his life. And so, he thinks it's all of his fancy suits and everything. And
okay.
Reconciles with all of it. Comes to the point where he really starts to enjoy it. And the movie ends with dude coming back and being like, well, time to go back, man. This was just a glimpse. Time to go back to your real life.
This could have all been yours.
Didn't they have kids? Do they have kids?
Yeah. He had 2 kids.
And they don't exist anymore?
Yeah, and they don't exist anymore. So kind of like in a panic, he gets a hold of the girl, his old sweetheart that he had, let go years ago. Found out that was the pivotal point, is like she was leaving to go overseas, and like all he had to do was stop her from going.
That's right.
And so he gets a hold of her again, and she's like also some fancy rich businesswoman now.
Yeah.
It does kind of end with her listening to him, finally. But, yeah.
Interesting. So sort of the fish out of water, out of body.
Understanding what's important in life. And that's why I always like, because it does take place somewhat tangibly around Christmas time.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of like the Santa implications, but it's a very much the spirit of Christmas and remembering what's important to you in your life.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. Like a modern It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah. Okay. There's some decent Cage moments, but less in violent Cage outs and more in just like confused running astray Cage moments. The belligerently running outside and throwing things and screaming at people in their pajamas.
Those were our favorite scenes, I feel like.
Yeah. Just kind of going off and, what do you think about this? Just very over the top. I loved one of the opening scenes. Fantastic. It was just Nic Cage in his fancy dressing room singing opera in his underwear.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
That's worth it by itself.
Yeah. So for this movie forever is a winner in my heart. It's not an everyday film, but I do try to pop it on at least once a year in my Christmas routine.
And I think I remember Téa Leoni's character, right? She plays his wife in the alternate reality. She gives kind of a charming performance. It's kind of memorable.
She basically was the same character she was in Fun with Dick and Jane.
Okay. She was basically the what was it? City of Angels.
Yeah.
It was like that character.
Yeah.
Right? That's the one where she's the doctor.
Yeah.
It's not the same actress, but you know what I'm talking about. Very similar
think so.
look. Whatever. Different movie.
Yeah. She's very sassy and fun, and like, you know, at one point, one of his friends, you know, he's in the middle of his life, right? He's just married to this person that he doesn't even know, and some other girl starts hitting on him, and so he's like, yeah, I'm gonna hook up with this girl. You know, she's like the, you know, slutty whatever girl in town. And his buddy's like, dude, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like, yeah, like she may not dress like this or do all that, but like anybody in town would beat the fuck out of you to like be around her.
That's right.
Kind of deal.
Yeah. Appreciate what you have, bro.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna get a hooker, at least invite me too.
Exactly. I think that was a big part of it.
Yeah. Not really. But yeah.
Oh.
The real moral of the story is sharing.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. I would
Don
just
Cheadle was in
say
it too. Don Cheadle was the
Don
the robber.
Cheadle.
That's right.
Yeah, he was. I know we'll
Which makes
probably get.
sense.
Before I forget, though, we talk about the point of the movie, the moral of the story.
Right.
It didn't quite resonate with me in the end.
Well,
I just have
that's
to say that
because-
now
Yeah.
because I'm not a good person, right? I'm
Right,
too
yeah.
selfish to get it.
Yeah.
That's probably it.
That's it.
Thank you.
Yeah, could have called that.
Thanks,
It's not
Cagelord.
my least favorite Cage Christmas movie.
Yeah, we all know that one. Well, do you have any more questions about The Family Man before we move on to the next segment?
I don't think so. I think I've got a pretty clear picture.
Nice.
In
Excellent.
my mind's eye, you have decalcified the third eye.
Oh my God.
And now I can finally see with perfect clarity at least 7 Nic Cage movies.
Can you see the ether of the Cageverse around you? Because we've been trying to do
can.
that. Oh my.
It's beautiful here, and there's a lot of printed shirts and wide,
films.
bulging eyes and snuff films.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, with that in mind, we're now entering the Cagelord deliberation segment, and it starts with just a general Q&A, Cagelord Eraina, for you to ask us any final questions to help clarify your thoughts.
I feel like I interrupted you guys several times with lots of questions, so
Yeah.
I don't know that I have any remaining. Let me see. So
Yes.
the order,
all
let's see,
movies
we
were
talked about
crime.
Sonny, Snake Eyes, Matchstick Men, Adaptation, Gone in 60 Seconds, and The Family Man. Okay, I guess I do have a question. A lot of these, if not all of them, seem to be sort of early 2000s Cage movies. Am I correct in that?
Yeah.
Do you guys have any thoughts on what was in the special sauce that made that era of his movies so significant, or is this just where you guys are chronologically?
It's just where we are chronologically.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did it rank overall? Did you feel like this season were some of the best movies you've seen so far, or maybe more middle of the line? How did you feel about the pool of options?
We originally scheduled our recording to take place over a 6-month period of time, and it's taken us 2 years.
Got
That's
it.
probably one of the easiest ways to answer that.
Sure.
Well,
I see.
I think we all went into this season. I don't want to speak for everyone, but I remember we did talk about it, that we were kind of going into this thinking that expecting these movies to not be great compared to the next slew of movies. The next season really contained the movies that that honestly inspired Steve and I to start the podcast. And we've been waiting to get there for years. And so
we're getting to the definitive Nic Cage collection.
Right. And so we went into this season expecting to be underwhelmed. And I would say, for me personally, I was pleasantly surprised because I hadn't seen most of these. I hadn't seen Sonny, Snake Eyes, Matchstick Men. No, I hadn't seen any of them except for National Treasure and The Family Man. Maybe Gone in 60 Seconds, but I had completely wiped that from my memory. And so, it was a good surprise. So I would say, like, I went in expecting, let's say, all like 4 or 5s out of 10. But it's kind of rounded out to like 6.5, 7.
Yeah. I mean, I had a couple 8s in this season, and I really anticipated all of it to just be pretty painful. I would agree with that. There were some that were still difficult, and that's why we have a relatively large losers round for this season.
Right.
But to have this many that we were willing to, like, that's part of why we had to change the representation. We couldn't really come to a decision of like how to strongly back anything individually, because there were some that were just really all around pretty good and underrated.
There were also a lot in the previous season that had a lot of bangers in it, like Con Air, Face Off, a bunch of other ones that were really strong. So yeah, we're kind of in between two really good eras of Nicolas Cage with this season.
Yeah.
Okay, so there was an anticipation of a natural lull, but overall, there were some standouts that really caught your attention, kind of caught you off guard.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay. I don't think I have any more questions. I do have some thoughts.
Yeah. Do you want to share your thoughts before breaking to decide?
Sure.
Okay.
I'd love to.
I'd love to hear it.
There's an interesting sort of pattern that's maybe emerged, which, let's go in order here. So Reece, you went first.
Yeah.
You seem to appreciate out of the movies you mentioned, I guess I'm not speaking overall, but the universe of the film itself. So both with Sonny and with Adaptation, what you seemed to like was the sum total, the bigger picture, an interesting story, good writing. You're more focused on those elements.
Okay.
And then Shawn, it seems like you really appreciate kind of the classic Cageisms, where he's sort of riled up or neurotic or in a very specific, almost high-strung role, which he seems to really excel in.
Yeah.
And then Steve, you seem to have, between Matchstick Men and The Family Man, these seem like more sort of down-to-earth roles, where maybe there are elements or hints of his more trademark styles, but overall the story is relatively not tame, because Matchstick Men is, it's a con story, but more grounded, I guess, in reality. So it's interesting that for each person, both of the picks kind of reflect something similar.
That is interesting. Cool. I didn't even think about that at all. Huh.
So I'm very intrigued by that. It's kind of hard to pick. Like you guys did a great job at pitching these movies. I haven't seen them, but I was intrigued the entire time, and now I want to do a movie marathon of these movies and come back and say definitively. But
yeah,
I'm impressed by everyone's ability to retell the story in a way that's compelling, which I guess just shows that ultimately you really did enjoy the movie. So good pitches, everybody.
We always do encourage our Cagelords to go back and to watch them after the fact, and we are more than happy to invite you back to share your future opinions on them as well.
Yeah, that would be fun. A revisitation, revisited episode. Yeah.
Yeah. Recaged.
I would like to see these. Recaged.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think that 8mm is a viable choice, or have you already decided to discount that one? Just curious.
Objection? Badgering?
Sustained. I'll allow it. I'll tell you, it's not making the cut for me, but only because it seems compelling and it seems interesting. So it gets points for that, but I take away points because the subject matter is inherently compelling or interesting, sort of that morbid curiosity approach, which I feel like can make it hard to actually evaluate the quality of a movie. Because when you are pitching off the bat, oh, we're investigating a snuff film and a ultimately broken marriage and second lives, and it goes all the way to the top, all of those things are ingredients for something that people will watch regardless of quality. And so I think it makes it hard to, it kind of, curves the grade a little bit.
Okay. Wow.
So for me, that's why 8mm is not going to be my first choice.
Okay. I have nothing to add to that. Nice.
Yeah.
Guys,
but it still sounds like an interesting movie.
Yeah, it definitely is. Just make sure you're in a safe state of mind when you watch that one.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it with the New York financier, Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh. Yes.
He really likes that kind of stuff.
What year are you in? Because I have some bad news if it's Anyway, what amuses me, I shouldn't say amuse. I don't mean to demean you. I don't mean to offend you, Steve. You are a dear friend of mine who likes to talk shit. But I was shocked that Steve was so bothered by 8mm. Just from knowing you all these years, It just spoke to the power of that movie. When it's not even like a human centipede, it's not gross, it's not disgusting in your face. And it was able to bother Cage Fighter Steve. That is a monumental achievement of cinema.
I think it's because what really gets me on it is just the subtlety of it. The fact that it's not in your face, the fact that it's just something that exists, the nonchalance of it. It's not that it bothered me in the moment. It bothered me when I sleep.
Oh, geez. Well, yeah. So this will be our official sending off of 8mm.
For 8mm. I mean, it's easy to be. I feel like you can compartmentalize a little bit when something is so, grotesquely, like
I agree with your assessment,
movies where
honestly. I think that's how it ended up being a group round is very much that. There's just it's the topic more than anything. Yeah. And it's easy, you can separate certain things, like Human Centipede is shocking and crazy because it's also unrealistic and, it's wild to look at, and you can sort of say to yourself, this isn't real, or it's so out there. Whereas things like this, when you realize they do happen, it's suddenly more uncomfortable because it is a depressing reality versus a interesting, fantastical nightmare. Right. John's part cow.
Okay. Do you guys have any further statements, thoughts you want to share on your films? I feel like I've said everything. I don't know what you guys want to say, if anything. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I really think that Captain Corilla's mandolin would just look beautiful in that Be Cage fan.
I feel like Shawn would quit the podcast. I would have to go into hiding.
I mean, if you just go back and listen to our entire season and how I bitched about that coming up every single episode until it happened.
and it was every bit like insufferable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it would look really pretty up there.
Yeah. Okay. Please don't. I'd rather. I mean, at least pick Wind Talkers or something. National Treasure. Oh my God. All right. Well, we're gonna give you some time, a couple minutes,
Okay.
to do some thinking, and then we'll just have you come back and reveal your pick, and then you can just explain why you chose what you chose based on our pitches. And then we will have our season 4 cage fight winner. Godspeed.
Pick me.
She's really good.
Yeah.
She's very thorough and knowledgeable about movies. I'm actually super impressed. Her not having seen any of these.
I know.
I was able to glean that much. So.
Well, I'm glad too, because this is a particularly challenging season. I mean,
It is.
They're very dry, but there's also just there's
Yeah.
some good bits to them.
Right. Yeah, man. I'm so anxious. I'm gonna laugh if it's Sonny so hard. Because I feel like choosing Sonny is an indictment against Nic Cage as an actor.
So yeah, I mean, if it is Sonny, I think if it is Sonny, then it's probably my fault because I did help sell it.
Yeah, you did. You're
But
the
it
one to
is
blame.
though, and I think it would be great for that to be the winner because I think that's the recognition that Nic Cage deserves as a director. So, just saying.
It's not gonna happen.
No, probably not. It's probably gonna be fucking National Treasure because
Oh my God.
because the world.
I was actually going into the season thinking National Treasure was going to be the shoe-in.
Mhm. Yeah, interesting how it worked out.
Yeah.
I actually specifically didn't pick that one because I thought that it would be the easiest to win because
Yeah.
it's the most iconic.
Right.
Yeah,
It's no Sorcerer's Apprentice, Shawn.
it's true. Well, yeah, you know what? We do have a moment. So let's. What do we got coming up for season 5? It's looking like Lord of War.
Ooh.
You were talking about war crimes. I mean, there we go.
That's the war crime movie.
Yeah, Weatherman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I've seen that one. It's familiar.
I always confuse Weatherman with Family Man.
Yeah.
Always. It's good though. It's good.
There's Wicker Man. That won't be difficult to keep Weatherman and Wicker Man apart.
Yeah.
World Trade Center, another war crimes movie.
Oh God.
Ghost Rider.
We did that one, right?
We did a Halloween special on it, but I think we were still
Yeah.
including it in the count. I'm not sure that we
Okay.
decided whether we were going to rewatch it or not.
Okay.
I think we skipped over Grindhouse because it's just the commercial bit,
Mhm.
and also technically Aunt Bully for Kitty Cage.
Yeah, these kind of go together.
We got Next. That's it. Oh,
I
sorry.
actually rewatched Death Proof recently.
Mm-hmm.
Lot of foot shots in that movie.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
We got Next. It's a good one. Book
Next
of
is a good one.
Secrets, National Treasure 2.
If we want to do a kitty cage for Aunt Bully, I also would love to do a stream of the GameCube game.
Yeah.
We
let's do it.
do that.
Yeah.
And we can make it video content.
Yeah, I will go buy it. And I think I can actually figure out a way to stream from... Because I can take one of my monitors and then hook it up to like my GameCube adapter.
Yeah.
And then I have a capture card that I can use to stream it. So I could... Maybe you and I, Reece, could figure out or we could spend some time doing like a test thing with the setup.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
What else we got? Bangkok Dangerous, Knowing, once. Bad Lieutenant. I feel like we did Bad Lieutenant, but I don't think we ever recorded it. Did we record it?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Okay. What's not? Yeah, I don't
Hello.
know what's in here.
Oh, she's back.
Uh-oh.
Welcome back.
I have returned.
The return.
The return of the king.
The King of Cage.
Well, I have come to a conclusion.
All right. She
And I
has
did-
a conclusion.
I spoke aloud into my microphone to tell you how I got there. I'm still happy to answer any questions or include you guys in that thought process. I don't know how you want to go about this, so you let me know.
No, we'll just have the final verdict. You tell us what you chose and why, and we will be big boys. Right, guys?
Okay.
And
Probably
we'll deal
not.
with it.
I seriously doubt it.
All right. Well,
Drum roll.
for fear of making it look like I was bribed,
Yeah.
my winner is going to be Adaptation.
Yeah.
It is indeed.
So
It feels like a
$20 bill.
$20 bill. It feels like a crisp $20 bill in my pocket. It seems to
Wow.
me, and I talked about this in my solo time,
Okay.
that there's an interesting crossroads between the metrics. How do we grade these movies? Is it by story? Is it by acting? Or is it by the amount of Nicolas Cage trademarks?
Right.
And it seems to me that out of all of these, this is a hybrid of everything. So the fear of the Nicolas Cage trademarks is you can start to watch a movie and feel like you're watching Nicolas Cage as this person in this movie versus just watching this character in this movie. And so I eliminated a couple movies based on that. I eliminated a couple based on story elements where it's either easy to make it compelling. So for me, like Snake Eyes fell into that category. There's a lot of plot devices that just make it interesting. And Matchstick Men fell into that category for me. It's interesting to watch people get conned and figure it out. Sort of the now you see me effect.
Okay.
But Adaptation seems like a good mix of the opportunity to see Nicolas Cage be a little deranged because he's, in this, has this, how you described him seeing his brother, this other person.
Yeah.
And also, you have to have a good story in order to make an interesting movie about a screenwriter. And yeah, so Adaptation is what went out for me ultimately.
All right. It's because I sold it really well, right? I sold it really well.
It was really not you. You just read the back of the DVD. You didn't even care about it enough to get the Blu-ray. So
Yeah.
obviously,
It was actually-
this is foul play.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the absence of your argument, like I was relieved by your silence.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. What would have been your second choice?
My second choice would have been Matchstick Men.
Okay.
That would have been my second
Wouldn't have been
choice.
mine, but okay.
Well, yeah.
Yours was a directorial debut that was never followed up and has no context, so
Damn.
So
That's
if I,
just
stinks.
ironically
You just hate
enough,
James
if
Franco.
I were to base a winner off of our immediate ratings after watching the movies, Adaptation was actually our most highly rated across the board.
Yeah. That's true.
So I would say
You're welcome, gentlemen.
that checks with our viewing
Right.
feelings.
The Cagelord has spoken. Adaptation is now officially enshrined in the late night cage fight be Cage of Fame. It will forever be there for the world to see, and the next time we send a probe into deep space, it will contain a copy of Adaptation, if that means I have to hold astronauts to gunpoint. I will do it. I'll do that.
Totally remember that it's in there this time. Like, we'll add it, post a note on the outside so that we can still see without getting into the Be Cage of Fame. Total newbie moment on our poll.
So then we'll remember.
Bee cages can't see through them.
That unless they're really fat bees. Oh man. All right, Adaptation. So there is an open invitation to you, Cagelord Eraina, if you choose to ever watch the film Adaptation, which obviously we do recommend. You can come back and let us know whether you regret your choice, whether you think it was the right choice.
Whether you think it should have been, Captain Corelli's mandolin, or
if we were way off. Yeah, that might be fun. You're also invited for any future Cageless, because I know, I feel like you watch a lot of movies Nic Cage isn't in, which is okay. Before I would have said that's a terrible thing, and I would not condone that. But now that we do have the Cageless series, if there is a film that we happen to be watching or you recommend for watching and want to be a part of, we'd love to have you back.
Have you guys reviewed The Greasy Strangler yet?
Steve refuses to watch that.
Steve, that's a wise decision on your part.
Yeah. I make a lot of those.
There's an inside joke between me and a friend of mine named John, where we poke fun at you, Steve, because you said that, I'm pretty sure you said The Greasy Strangler is not funny. It's not comedy. And like, you're above it. Mm-hmm. Even though you are like, you love trash cinema. Mm-hmm. So it just came out of left field. You didn't think it was funny.
Even Steve has limits.
Yeah. I
That's
can't
how
believe
depraved you are.
I can't believe
that. My likes are trash. Who do you think you are?
Well,
that's right.
This is coming from the guy who thinks Repo, the Genetic Opera, should have won an Oscar.
I do think it should have won an Oscar. It was amazing.
And you forced us to watch Boonraku.
Right.
Again.
Yeah.
I kind of like Boonraku.
Yeah, see?
Look. Yeah, all right. You were kind of validated with that one.
I'm validated with everything. It's okay that you're wrong sometimes.
No. So are you saying you want to watch Greasy Strangler again? I have trouble believing that, Eraina.
That movie made me realize that the breadth of the human mind is unfathomable to me.
Yeah.
And every time I try to explain that movie to someone, I am genuinely at a loss for words.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's the same with me. Honestly, if we ever did Greasy Strangler, I think the best situation would be if we brought Kevin back, because Kevin is the one in my friends group who references that film the most. All right, guys. Well, we've spent a lot of time on this cage fight, and I just want to thank you guys for being here with me. Thank you for all you've done for the Cageverse. Thank you, Cagelord Eraina, for giving your time and energy to hear our spiel and ultimately have the final word in what is going to be an eternal rest for a fantastic film starring a fantastic actor. Thank you so much.
Amen. Thank you for having me, you guys. This was super fun.
Definitely. We hope to see you again. And everyone out there listening, thanks for tuning in to Late Night Cage Fight. This is the end of Season 4. Maybe we'll have an extra episode, a Cageless or something to kind of top it off, but this is the official last episode of the season. Thanks for joining us all this time. And remember, keep Cage in your thoughts, in your words, and in your actions. Nic Cage forever. I'm Cage Fighter Reece, saying Cage out.
Cage out.
Cage out.